Hey everyone, Kat over here with Confessions of the Perfect Mom. I thought maybe we would start the new year talking about mom guilt. Okay, can anyone else raise their hand if they suffer with a little bit of mom guilt? Yeah? Just me? Well, that's okay. We're still going to talk about it. So, I find this is something that all moms deal with. For me personally, we homeschool our kids, plus with 2020, my head is, did my kids get enough interaction with other people? Did my kids make any new friends this year? And then 2020 was hard, so was their Christmas big enough? Like, did their Christmas make up for the crappy year that it was? Well, the stuff isn't any part of Christmas, but in my head it's, did they have enough presents to open up underneath the tree? And did they eat anything nutritious today? And then, of course, there's all the wife guilt. Am I supportive enough of my husband? Does he know that I'm standing behind it? Then there's the personal guilt of, did I accomplish anything for me this year? And I find it very, very hard. And I think most moms deal with some sort of mom guilt and parental guilt and personal guilt and spouse guilt, and it's just something that we tend to carry a lot of. So I thought today we would break down where we get this guilt from and then what we can do about it, because there's a lot that we can choose to do about it, so we're not holding on to all of this guilt all of the time. So I think we get it from lots of different sources. You remember those TV shows growing up where mom stayed home and she had the meal in the oven and she was in her heels and pearls vacuuming. Husband walked home, kids are happy and spotless and look pretty and dinner's perfect and on the table, and yeah, that's not real life. But there are some of those of us who grew up thinking that if you were a stay-at-home mom, that's what you could do. Okay? There is movies that have the same sort of image. There's Pinterest, which I'm going to break into a little bit more detail, but social media, all these other moms who can do it. And then you look at your life and you're like, well, why can't I? Right? Or again, maybe it's just me, but that's definitely where I feel like things come from. I look at all of these moments, all these beautiful picture perfect moments that everyone has, whether it's on Facebook or, Instagram's one of the worst offenders, I think, or Pinterest with all these beautiful mouth-watering meals and, ways to have your kids not watch screens and all of that, and it makes it really hard. And when I was talking to my husband about this, we laughed because we were actually staging one of those picture perfect moments at our house. We cleared out a corner, not the entire, but a corner of the living room, okay? So we had the fireplace, we had the tree, we had all 6 of us sitting nicely, even our dog was laying. And it was such a perfect snapshot moment for Instagram. If you guys could have seen what we saw looking at the camera, you have seen that we literally shoved everything from my living room to the other half. It was so packed that you couldn't even walk through it. Like, we had all the extra furniture, we had the presents that were under the tree that we moved, we had random toys, we had, oh my gosh, ride-on toys for my toddler, we had Legos everywhere. It was actually quite comical looking at the other half. But you wouldn't see that from our picture. Our picture that went up on social media was wife, happy husband, all 4 kids, dog laying, fireplace going, Christmas tree decorated, and smiling. Never mind that, minus the time to set up for the picture, it took us an hour and a half to get the picture of, toddler not looking, dog is, doing what dogs do and licking her butt, and kids are bickering and so-and-so's too close and mom's threatening to cancel Christmas if they don't just smile for the flipping camera for 2 minutes. But again, that's not what anyone saw. So I think a lot of mom guilt comes from when you see these picture perfect moments and you compare your normal everyday life to these picture perfect moments. They're never going to be equal because that is a split second moment. It's as fast as your camera can snap the picture. But if you're comparing your everyday life, your messy floors, those seem to be my nemesis, to their beautiful picture, you're always going to carry that. So what are some things we can do to kind of help get rid of this mom guilt or let go of it so we're not always carrying it? You have to be kind to yourself. And it is so hard to do. It is so hard to be kind to yourself and realize that you're doing your best. And guess what? Your best is not just good enough, it's exceptional for your children. They're not comparing your messy floors to somebody's masterpiece. They're not comparing your mac and cheese dinner with Gordon Ramsay's 4-course meal, right? They love you just for you. So you have to be kind to yourself. As long as you are doing your best, that's all that matters. So while that's really hard to do, it's something that's very important. And also think of all the things that you would tell your friends, your girlfriends, your moms who are friends that are struggling. You would never point out that, well, their kitchen counters really need wiped down, right? You would never tell them that they aren't good enough because, so-and-so got to eat pasta for dinner 3 nights in a row. You would say that is awesome that you were able to get food into a picky toddler. Congrats. So if those are the things you would tell your girlfriends, then those are also the things you need to tell yourself. And I realize that that's hard to do, but that's really what you need to do. You need to start letting go of the idea that life has to be perfect. There is no perfect. Life is messy. Life is busy. Life is sometimes just having your toddler eat is better than cooking those great gourmet meals. Yeah. So you need to stop comparing your normal to their picture perfect, and you need to be kind to yourself. So I hope that this helps. I hope this makes you feel like you're not quite alone with the mom guilt or the way moms tend to talk to themselves. I hope this will inspire you to be a little bit kinder to yourself. And I hope you'll subscribe so you can see more of what's coming up. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to read more, you can always follow me on my blog at confessionsoftheperfectmom.com. Thank you guys very much.